welcome to another live. I will wait for some of you to come on in, but in the meantime, we are doing number 2 on our Learning the Tarot series, Coloring the Tarot. So I'm hoping you all can join me. So we are doing the Magician today. So this is a gift that I was given at Christmas. So it's a Color Your Own Tarot by Liz Dean. So we've been using this. If you remember back to our first show on the Fool, you would have seen that. Hey, hello, Mom. Good evening. I don't know why. I have it showing solo on my computer, but not on here, but whatever. Anyway, I will pull up so that you guys can see what we're doing today. So yeah, we have our Color of the Tarot. I've already taken the cards out of the box. I've also gone through a bunch of my other decks because I think you all really enjoyed actually looking at all the different decks and the differences in the way that they have done the cards. So, and I always love your input as well in that regard. As far as just what your thoughts are on those cards, and we can all kind of learn together. I'm actually just going to see here. I've got a new iPad and it is not being very friendly at the moment. I can only see comments on my computer. So you're going to be seeing me looking over here because this is where my computer is. So, well, we will adapt and overcome. So, as you all come on in, I'm just going to give a couple of announcements. We'll go back over them at the end of the show. But the next show, instead of being in 2 weeks' time, is actually going to be in 3 weeks. So our next show is actually on the 30th of March. And we have tennis coming on. I'm super excited about that. We're going to talk about archangels. So if you have any questions about the archangels, who they are, what they do, bring those questions and we will talk about them. And then the show after that is on April 12th with my friend Carla. Sorry, not Carla, Brenda. I got too many friends. On Brenda. And on the 27th is my birthday. So it'll be the channelversary as well as my birthday. So we're gonna have JJ on. We're gonna do 38 cards for 38 years since I'm turning 38 years old. Oh my god, can you believe that? 38? I'm so old. Oh my gosh. And then on the 11th, we're doing a Galactic Round Table, which I'm so excited about. We're going to have Diane G on along with Tanis and Jen talking about galactics again. And then on the 25th, I believe, 25th or 28th of May, I have my friend Jennifer Lawrence coming on. She's a hypnotherapist. So it's going to be really interesting. Bring any of your questions about that. And then also, as a side note, for anybody watching live or anybody watching on the rewatch, I have a number of classes coming up, all virtual. So if you are interested in taking Reiki 1, Reiki 2, Aqualead 1, or Aqualead 2, you can go to my website. I'm going to just post that here. I'll have it on the little banner. So if you're interested in looking at any of the classes, any energy healing sessions, or private readings, I do all of that. You can go to my website and send me an email. The classes, the booking is form is open for those. So it'll have all the dates and times. And all the fees are in Canadian dollars. So I will send you a PayPal link if you sign up for the class. That'll do the conversion for you if you're outside of Canada. So yeah. Hello, Louis. How are you? Hello, Moira. So yeah, we're going to learn about the Magician today. So first and foremost, I'm going to set this aside because, as I said, I already got everything out. I got my color pencils. So you guys are going to help me choose colors again because that was so fun last time. So these are the ones that are from the deck. So we have the color version that they've given us. So the Magician, it's the as above, so below, having that power, that magic, having all of our elements or all of the suits in the tarot on the table there. So this is kind of a fairly standard, or I guess, representation of the magician. He's got his wand in his hand and the infinity symbol, so potential. And we also got some flowers down there at the bottom, either maybe poppies or tulips. And then this is the one we are going to be coloring in. So right now it's all just black and white. I'm going to try and zoom it in better. I think you guys can see that okay, right? So we're going to set this one to the side for now, and go through a couple other of the decks. As I said, I went through some of my other tarot decks. So I will read from the book first. So the Color the Tarot series comes with a book. So for the Magician, it says the key words are adventure, new projects, energy, creativity, and beginnings. An associated planet or sign is Mercury. So a magician is at work with the elemental energies of the tarot's major arcana: cups, swords, wands, and pentacles. The lemniscate or infinity symbol above his head indicates that he works on both the earthly and spiritual planes. What is created now will positively influence the future. And it says, so upright meaning you are poised to make dreams become a reality. This card often marks the time just before an important trip or the beginning of a new project, and that is about to flourish, symbolized by the growing roses and sun. So they're roses in that picture. The conditions for success are just right, so take action to empower your business, relationship, or other new venture. This will feel natural as you'll be in the flow and full of energy and ideas. Work will feel like a vocation rather than a chore. Oh no! Oh gosh! Here, I'll post it in the chat too. Just maybe that way, it should hopefully work this way. Let me try. There we go. See if that works for you guys too. Doesn't look like it made the link, but try it out. Oh yeah, sure. Yeah. I'll pull out the card we did last time. So the reversed meaning, it says trickery, great plans have no foundation. This card often warns of other motives, and they may not have your best interests at heart. It may also reveal frustration, as although you feel ready to move on, you meet restriction at every turn. If you are involved in the arts, a creative block is indicated. So that kind of makes sense. So we're going to set that to the side, and yeah, I'll pull out the other card that we colored in the last time. Where is it? Kept it right at the front. Oh, there we go. Come here. So this is the one we colored in the last time. This is the Fool that we colored in the last time. So yeah, so the way that this works is it comes with a full color deck and then the color deck, or like the black and white deck. You can see here, black and white. Yeah, kind of cool. All right, so looking at some, we're going to color this in a second, but I wanted to show you a couple of other decks that I have and their representation. So this one is the Angel Party Tarot. So it's actually a round deck, which is kind of cool. So we have the Magician here, number 1. Because I think on this deck they label the Fool as 0. So upright, we have Manifest. Then reversed, we have Manipulate. So that's what I love about this card. It's great for learning some of the key words where you have your upright and your reverse. And then you have this gorgeous artwork. So what do you guys get out of that artwork? Or what's the feelings you get? Or are they reversed? Here, let me try. How about now? Is that better? Is that right way around for you guys now? Am I planning to do the borders the same on all majors? Not necessarily. See, now it's reversed for me, but that doesn't matter. I'm okay with that. I can see the card here. So yeah, so we have Manifest. and the Magician with our number, and then the reverse there, which is Manipulate. So that's what I like. This one's kind of a fun little deck. So that's the back side of that. Yeah, they do all look like butterflies, don't they? Another one I had, I'm trying to remember which one this is one of my pocket decks, but this is the Magician for that one. So they have the sword, the pentacle, the cup, and the wand, and a leopard on this one. So this one deck all has animals in it, but we have that sunshine again, and that infinity symbol as well, like the other card. This is one of my favorite versions of this Magician. So this one I love just because it has the more witchy vibes. Yeah, Wild Unknown Tarot. Thank you, Moira. So yeah, this is one of my favorites just because it has like still has the Magician, but it's more leaning towards the like witchy stuff. So we have our moon and our cauldron and our sage and we still have our cup and our wand and our swords and everything like that, but we got some other fun little tools there. There's a crystal there, some books, tarot cards, pentacles, little potion bottles here as well, and we have the planetary symbol as well. So that one's a fun one. Oh, this is from my Learning the Tarot deck. A friend gave me that for Christmas. So what's this one say? So we have our number again, so 1. And the mantra for this one says, I have all the reasons I need, inner and outer. So that above, so below. We have Mercury. We have throat chakra. So this one has to do with the throat chakra, which makes sense. We're talking about manifesting. And then if you were to use this in a yes or no reading, it has the answer as yes, if you were to get this card. So upright is his creativity, action, power, manifestation, skill, magic, work, self-employment, a smooth talker, having the gift of the gab. So again, that makes sense with the throat chakra. Willpower, directing your will, creative visualization, and manifesting your desires. There we go. Thank you, Moira. So Mercury is planet associated with magician, and it makes sense too. It's the kind of, I don't know, book planet. So like, you know, your thinking and your communication. So that makes sense. And then reversed, it says blocked creativity, not learning from past mistakes, fiend expertise, weakness, indecision, frustration, and delays. So this is a great little deck, especially if you're just learning the tarot, because it has the explanations as to what the cards can mean. So I'm really happy and thankful that my friend gifted me this because it's been great for this series. So we'll keep this one handy just because it'll be nice to refer back to. This is the Landscape Tarot. So this is the Magician in that deck. And I did read the book for this one because I'm like, okay, why is it a tree? And it's because it's the above, so below. So you have the earth and the spirit planes and the tree kind of in between those two. Though saying that, we still have, you know, the branches or the wands, we still have the water, so cups and emotion. And it's just a bird flying over the tree. So yeah, that one's a little bit of a different magician than others. Then this is my first ever tarot deck. It's the Illuminated, I think, was it the Ethereal Tarot? It has shiny, it's gold. That's why I think it caught my eye, because it has the gold foiling on it. But again, we still have all of those suits. So we have the roses, similar to the other card, and we have the pentacles and cups and swords, and him with his staff. I feel like he should be on like the cover of a romance novel. I don't know about the rest of you, but I feel like he should be on the cover of a romance novel or something. And then this is the Owl Tarot. So we again have our roses. We have all of our suits. And actually this owl with the cape kind of reminds me of Sleeping Beauty, when she's dancing with the owl. But he looks ready to do some magic, I think. Yeah, he's a cute owl, isn't he? So this is another deck. So again, a little bit of a different magician, but again, we have all the same themes. That infinity symbol, we have the pentacles and the swords and the cups, and the wands. We have our roses, and then that kind of all-seeing eye in the middle there. This is from the lovely Om Tarot. So this one leans towards Hinduism and Hindu legend mythology. So again, we have the infinity symbol. I don't know how well you can see that, but the infinity symbol is on his third eye. And again, we still have all four suits. So there's a cup, sword, pentacles, and I think looks like a fire. So maybe they did that instead of wands. It's just a flame. But yeah, so there's that one. I know the Owl Tarot. I was looking for another tarot deck, and it was actually my birthday, I think, last year, and I saw the Owl one, and it just called out to me, and I had to get it. I love the illustrations. It's an amazing tarot deck. And then the last one I got here is the Penumbra Tarot. So this is the magician for that one. He looks like he should be, I think, in like Avatar: The Last Airbender, I feel. I feel like he's very much an alchemist in this drawing or this illustration. So again, we have the roses. We have that snake as well. I don't know if you noticed, but in some of the cards, there was the snake. Or was it here? There was a snake in this one here. So you can see the snake and the gold there. And kind of making that infinity symbol too with the snake. Yeah. All right, so I also have my two other kind of reference books here. So I pulled open the page just to see. So for this one, the magician says the magician embodies all four elements: earth, air, water, and fire. The magician understands that they have every tool they need at their fingertips, an infinite ability to tap into them. The card calls you to notice all of the power you have, how you can make use of your divine gifts and use them for positive change for yourself and others. The energy of this card is one of mastery, willpower, and resourcefulness. The magician may be calling you to dig deep for the strength and power you need to make powerful changes in your life or the world. This energy is not only about using your resources, but also directing them with skill. Ruled by Mercury, the magician also knows how to communicate clearly to effectively share their knowledge and wisdom with others. And this one is the Understanding Tarot. The Zendao Guide to Understanding Tarot. I think there was a deck that kind of accompanied this. I just have the book. But it does have little tiny pictures of the cards if you did have the deck. And then lastly, so I don't know if you guys remember this book from the last time. So this is from the Fable Makers Animated Tarot Guidebook. But with this one, so in this deck, this is what the magician looks like. So again, we have our roses, our four suits, and the infinity symbol. And so this one, we do have our, I guess, meditation or journaling questions that I'll read off at the end. But for this one, it says, so primary abilities are intelligence and wisdom, which makes sense based on what we've learned. Skill proficiencies, arcana, and perception. So that would be if we were using this to create D&D characters or do tabletop gaming. Upright keywords are self-reliance, talent, potential, preparedness, and manifestation. And reversed keywords are arrogance, insecurity, lack of resources, apathy, and hesitation. So it says, every adventurer knows that wizards can be cocky, often rightly so, given their vast abilities. But whether they study abjuration, transmutation, or anything in between, none are as equipped as the magician. This magic user has everything: the tools he needs, the commitment to carry out his plans, the self-confidence to drive himself forward, and the talent to succeed. While the magician has seemingly unlimited spell slots and somehow never loses concentration on a spell, he can slip into egotism or even complacency unless he keeps his pride in check. In this card, the Fool's blind belief has evolved into the magician's self-assured resourcefulness, focus, and power, making him the perfect representation of the ability to bring anything into reality. And that's no ordinary conjuration magic. Oh yeah, that's true, Janet. Janet, yeah. The magician looks a little bit like the Little Prince. Yeah, it's true. And actually, I think this is the illustration on the front of the box set. This is actually the Hermit illustration on the front of this book, but I think he's on the front of the actual box that I have. But yeah, so we'll come back to this. So we have our little journaling questions at the end. But for now, we're going to color. So if you guys, I'm going to bring this in just a little bit. There we go. So if you guys want to help me out, let me know what color, let's see, maybe what color the flowers, what colors are the flowers? I know they're red in the card, but that doesn't mean we have to make them red. So yeah, if you guys want to help me figure out the color of the roses, and then maybe also the color of the tablecloth. Let me know. Let me know in the comments about the roses and the tablecloth, what colors you think. And I'm just going to start out by just coloring the backgrounds here, like the sky blue and the background kind of greens. And then I'll let you guys have more fun with choosing the main colors here. And also let me know what you guys have been up to in the comments. Let me know what you've been busy doing. I've been busy doing lots of classes. So you'll notice if you go to the website, I've added a bunch of new healing modalities. I just learned some tuning fork healing. And actually we tried it out I had a friend be a guinea pig, and we tried it out distance, and it worked. So if you aren't here in Ottawa and would still like tuning fork healing, I am definitely open to having a session with you and doing a session with the tuning forks and the sound bowls. Trying to stay in the lines. Red flowers would work, okay. Yeah. By the way, hi everyone. Yeah, we got all the cats in the chat today. Ooh, color theory, yeah. So gold, silver, blues. I do have like a gray. I don't have a gold or a silver necessarily, but we can definitely maybe let's do red flowers, because Moira mentioned red flowers. And then we'll do blue, maybe blue and gray for the tablecloth. Let's do that. I like that idea. That sounds like it would be pretty. All right, now we got a decision to make here with our reds. So we do 2 different color reds. One more of an orangey red and one more of a like purpley red. Which one do we want? This, yeah, the crimson one, yeah, the darker one, this one here. All right. Oh yeah, that looks nice. I think that's coming out okay on camera for you guys. How have you guys all been doing with the energies lately too? That time change is kicking me in the butt. It's amazing what an extra hour can do. I'm going to do a darker green here for the stems. Well, if you guys hear any noise in the background, I am also currently doing laundry. I'm multitasking. Yeah, it definitely looks nice against the green. Here, I'll hold it up a little bit so you can see it. I think that looks awesome. I'm going to use the darker green too for the mountains there. All right, so we got a couple different blues to choose from, guys. This Mercury retrograde and change of clocks has been a bad combo. Oh yeah, ditto. Yeah, it's not been great for my sleep cycle. They need to stop with the time change and leave it to one. I know they've been talking about doing that. So yeah, so we got a couple of different blue colors here. I'm gonna put them all in front of you guys, and you can let me know what you think. So this one's kind of like a teal kind of blue color. I don't know how well it shows up, but it's more like that blue-green kind of color. And then these ones are more your, I guess, true blues. So this is like a sapphire blue. This is more like the pastel kind of blue, and this is more like the light sky blue. So what color do we want to use on the tablecloth? And I got the silver out. So this is the silver. So I don't know if that helps you make your decision with these next to the silver. And I think actually with the Fool card, this is the color we used for the border. So I'm going to just, I know we talked about like maybe not making it the same, but what do you guys think? What do you think about the border? Well, in the meantime, I'm going to use this light blue while I wait for your answers, just to do the sky. But I'll leave these ones for you to choose from. Oh, sure, yeah, I can do that. This is why we bring our mothers, right? Do you have white paper handy to make marks? Yeah, I can do that. Ooh, Moira, we're getting fancy now. Can do a graded or variegated blue sky, darker at the top, lighter at the bottom. Ooh, yeah. Could definitely try that. Let's see here. We do this one, this one. Here, we'll do that for the sky. Do this for the table. What do you guys think? Yeah, here. Let me grab a piece of white paper. Yeah, there we go. Good thing I'm at my desk. All right. All right, so we have, I don't know how well this is going to show up, but I will try my best. So we have this one. And then I'll do this one over here. There. Uh-oh. I flipped you. No. There we go. So there you go. Those are your blue colors. See if I can lighten this up too for you guys a little bit. There we go. So those are our blues to choose from. So you could probably do these 3 for the sky, I'm thinking. Do these 3. So if we do Moira's idea of doing darker at the top here. Sorry, gotta keep it on camera. Honestly, they don't make it easy. There's lots of tiny little details in this. And then this one. And then last blue. So there's our sky. You can see the 3 different shades, 1, 2, and 3. I think that looks awesome. What a nice suggestion, Moira. No, I don't. I should probably get one. I used to a long time ago, but no, I will. All I would have is my finger. Let's see, will it work? Not really. Yeah, I don't think I have a blender. I used to. When I used to do art class and stuff like that, I had a blender, but I don't think I have anything like that now. Let me see. Yeah, those are just pencils. But yeah, if you guys ever want like really awesome, just regular pencils, I love these pencils. They're like blue pencils. They're awesome. I don't know about you guys, but I'm leaning towards like the darker blue. But what do you think to go with the gray? Here, I can color in the gray here too. So out of those 2 with the gray, which one do we like better? Which blue, guys? Help me out. Oops. Gonna raise you up here so you can see me a little bit. So yeah, those are our colors which we have to choose from. With the gray. Oh no, we're doing, so the sky is done. We're gonna do the tablecloth here now. Also, I'm open to suggestions for other colors because we have still all of his clothing to do, his hair, his skin. So if you have any suggestions for any of the colors for those, stick them in the comments. Right now, I'm just going to color in the accents of the tablecloth in the gray, and then we need to choose what blue to go with it. Because we were talking about blue and silver and gold being magical colors, which I agree with. They are actually my favorite colors. I'm just going to use yellow here. Color in our pentacle. A pile of pentacles. Ooh, red robes? Sure, yeah. Do we want to use the same color red as the flowers, do you think? Trying to make this straight. There we go. Yeah, what have you guys been up to? Have you been taking any classes? Doing anything fun and exciting? I know spring's just around the corner. It's been warm here the last couple of days, but they're calling for snow again next week. I say it lulls us into a false sense of security that spring's on its way and then dumps more snow. So snow doesn't, or spring doesn't usually reach here till at least May. So. Ooh, sure, yeah. I'll do that, Moira. Good idea. Yeah, freezing rain in the forecast. Yeah, I'm trying to decide whether I'm going to try and work from home on Wednesday or try and go into the office. So, I'm not sure yet. Of course, now I'm coloring in as this cape robe. All I got is the song from Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat. It was red and yellow and green. We don't have that many colors, but I'm just going to make it a gold clasp here. I think that looks nice. Gold staff here as well. Yeah, work from home if I can. Yeah. I'm gonna see what our boss says, but I don't think it'll be a problem. I think he'd rather us be, safe. Thankfully, the freezing rain's not supposed to start till after I get home from work tomorrow, so. There's our tablecloth. Alive is nice, yeah, right? Alive is nice. What do we want his shirt to be and his hair? Do we want to make him a redhead? We can make him a redhead. What do you guys think? I got this nice kind of orange color here. I also kind of have this brown. So here, so we got that. We got that color. Or I can do a combination of the two. So does that make him a redhead? What do you think? Brown. So yeah, the top color. There we go. There, he looks very nice. I think that looks good. Where's my black pencil crayon? There it is. There we go. I think he looks like a nice magician, don't you? So what do you guys think? What color should we do the border? The Fool, I think we did like a teal color, so we can do the same color, or we can do a different color. What do you think? What do you think about the border? We got all colors of the rainbow here, so let me know what you think. Let me know what you think for the border of the card. So yeah, what do you guys think? What color should we do the border? Okay, so yeah, let me pull out that Fool card just to double check what color we used. Of course, now I gotta find it again. There it is. Right. Looked like we maybe did like a dark green. Yeah, it looks like we did like a dark green, which was it this color? Or was it the other color? Nope, definitely not that one. Yeah, it was that one, I think. Yeah, that one. I was doing some testing down at the bottom here to figure out which color it was. Oh, I don't know if you guys saw, but Gerald and I did some readings on Sunday. And we actually scheduled another one coming up in April. So keep your eyes peeled for that. It'll be at noon Eastern time. I believe on the 19th, something like that. We were calling them spilling the tea readings. So they're kind of like his caffeinated unfiltered, but just lighter. We tend to have are probably going to use the same prompts. So we used what truth is steeping and what wisdom is to be spilled. And we had some great reads, actually. There we go. Yeah, right, Moira. Yeah, I know you just missed it. There we go, guys. Look, the magician. So this is our Fool from before. And then our magician. I think these are turning out great, guys. They look awesome. Thank you for your help. All right. So with that, I'm gonna read your journaling prompts since we got about 10 minutes left here. And now I'm breaking things. All right. So for our magician friend here. So your journaling prompts in regards to the magician. So these are just some questions you can ask for yourself in relation to this card. How's the card stock for shuffling? I haven't tried, honestly, to shuffle it yet. Or shuffle this deck yet. But I can show you. If this wants to cooperate. There we go. So it's like almost like cue card stock, so it's fairly thick. So I guess if you're used to shuffling cue cards, so I mean they're sticking a little bit just because I think of the way that the paper is, but I can shuffle them fairly easily. And they're not too big in my hand either. But yeah. So not too shabby. I'd say like comparatively to the colored deck they give you, you can see the difference in the card thickness. So the colored cards that they give you are actually, I think, thinner. Yeah, they're probably about half the thickness of the ones that they give you to color. So you can kind of see the difference in the decks. This one, yeah, these are a lot more slippery. This is probably a deck, as you know, Gerald says he sands his. This is probably one I would sand. They're very slippery, they're very glossy. So yeah. But I mean, for the price, like I think these ones actually were on clearance. For those of you in Ottawa, they were on clearance at Indigo. So this one shows as regular price being $24.99 US. So probably, you know, slightly more than that. But you're getting 2 decks for the price of 1. So you get both decks in this. So not too bad of a deal when you're getting, what is it, 78 cards times 2. Because yeah, it says, what does it say here? Full 78 card tarot deck printed in black lined color, and then create a deck that is entirely unique and personal to you. Also included a full color tarot deck providing a guide for coloring in your cards. And you also get the companion book with it too. The little this book here. That comes with, like, it has how to do readings for beginners, how to do different spreads. And then it has each page for each of the cards, which is kind of nifty. So yeah, for what it is, I think it's an amazing deal, especially if you're like just wanting to learn the tarot, or if you know somebody who likes tarot and just want to give them a fun gift. It's great to do. I'm gonna fight with this now to get it back in the box. There we go. And I mean, the suit cards are nice too. Like, I haven't really looked at them yet, but they're nice and simple and straightforward too, which is kind of cool. Kind of nifty. All right. So, Whispers from the Weave. So these are the journaling questions. So for our magician here, the first question, so the first prompt is, in what ways have you doubted yourself? What can you do to fortify your self-confidence? How have you become too self-reliant? What kind of help should you seek? How will you, and when? Have you assessed the tools at your disposal? What people, skills, potential, or resources do you have to help you manifest your goals? What talent do you have that you're not utilizing? How can you begin to nurture it? In what ways have you become too comfortable? What can you do to break out of apathy? So those are your questions. Here, I'm going to hold it up to the screen for a couple of seconds here, or a couple minutes, not a couple minutes, a couple seconds here, so you can, don't know how clear that is necessarily, but hopefully you can get a screenshot of those if you want to come back to them later. So if you weren't here at the beginning, I was letting everybody know. I put the link down below there to my website. I am offering, in the next month or so, I'm offering a Reiki 1, Reiki 2, Aqualead 1, and Aqualead 2 classes all virtually. So the Reiki Virtual 1 class is on the 29th of March. Aqualead 1 is on the 4th of April. And then the other 2 classes are in April. So take a look, go to the website. I have the sign up form for those listed along with the prices and the times. If you don't see a time or date that works for you, please just email me. I can set up a time that works for you better. I've been doing a lot of kind of one-on-one classes, so I don't mind doing those if you are interested in learning any of those healing modalities. I'm also do healing sessions virtually. I also do card readings virtually as well, if you're interested. There isn't any posted prices for the readings, but you'll see on a booking a session page, there's like a price for a time. So those would still apply to those readings. If you want a half-hour reading, I think it ends up being $60. So yeah, if you're interested in those, I would love your support. But otherwise, thank you guys so much for being here tonight. We do have some more shows coming up. A lot of them I'm super excited about. We are taking a bit of a longer break between now and the next show. So the next show is not actually until the 30th of March. But we will actually be talking about archangels with Tanis from Twillo. So I'm super excited for that topic. I hope you guys will come. You'll bring your questions about archangels so that you can help add to the discussion. We also have a couple other shows coming up with my friend Brenda, who does yoga, energy healing, and other things like that. On the 27th of April, it's going to be another channelversary. Can you guys believe another year's already gone by? And it's also my birthday on that actual day. So buy a cupcake, piece of cake, bring it with you. I'm going to have JJ on. She's going to come hang out with me. So that'll be a ton of fun. We're going to do 38 readings for 38 years since I'm turning 38 years old. So I don't know if I'm going to be doing 38 readings for everybody or 38 readings for 38 different decks for myself. We'll figure it out. But we'll just come together and have a ton of fun. And then on the 11th of May, I'm having a Galactic Roundtable. So it'll be myself, Tanis, Jen, and Diane G. So that'll be an exciting little talk there. Your birthday's on Wednesday, Moira. Oh my gosh. Well, happy early birthday. I hope you have a wonderful day. And then I also, on the 25th of May, I have my friend Jennifer Lawrence coming on. She does hypnosis. So if you have ever been curious about how that's used in therapy, and any of the other stuff she does as well, bring your questions. I have posted, I think, her website. So you can check her out ahead of time, get your questions down to ask her. But yeah, we got a bunch of fun stuff coming up. So if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe so you don't miss any of these shows that are coming up. Also any simulcasts, as I said, doing more readings in April with Gerald, doing our Spilling the Tea readings. And I'd love to be able to read for you in that case. Oh, thanks. Yeah. Hard to believe. I think it will be what? We'll be going into year 3. So hard to believe. Thank you guys all for your support. I couldn't have imagined, almost 3 years ago now, having started a YouTube channel and still being here doing this. So thank you. You guys make it fun for me. Thank you. What's a little freezing rain, right? Just get the skate to work in the morning, right? We're Canadian. We got this. We're used to this, right? Well, thank you, everybody. Thank you for being here. Thank you for helping me color our gorgeous magician card. And we will be doing the next card in the series as well in June. So I hope you will be there for that. And in the meantime, have a great week. Have a great rest of your night. And we'll see you soon.